Join us for a break.
A boba break.
I'm your host, Zara.
And I'm your other host, Grace. And what are you drinking today?
Um, well, see, I went and saw the Backrooms movie last night, and I got a starry when I was there. And I paid over $20 for two drinks, so I'm drinking my watered down starry from the movie
Not
theater.
not only is it watered down, but arguably, Starry is the worst soda. It's so gross. That's why there was some left after the movie, huh?
Yeah, because Daru and I shared this, and there's still like I want to say over a third left, between a half and a third left of this drink.
Yeah.
So, yep, it's fine. Like I said, I spent the money on it, so I'm going to begrudgingly drink it until it's gone.
Fair. Valid.
But you're drinking something better than I am. What are you drinking?
Except for I'm not, because I'm not drinking anything really yet, because my drink is on its way in the form of
Okay.
Jingles delivery.
So what I meant was, what are you going to be drinking? Don't play with me.
I'm gonna be drinking mango milk tea with boba and mango jelly.
Exactly. Exactly.
Which is better
Uh,
than watered down Starry.
yeah, not even arguably. Actually, you know
So is
what?
just
Hold
regular
on.
water. Regular water's better. Oh.
Babe, I have a question. Can I send you on a mission for boba?
Tea. Well, now we both have incoming from a distance. At some point, we'll both have boba.
Yes. False alarm, guys. I will have boba.
No need to panic, guys. Everything's okay.
It'll all be fine.
Exactly, exactly.
Well, anyways, so speaking of the movies, I feel like we have to talk about this. Because if you guys know Grace and I, then you know that I feel like one of the things that we're known for on Twitch is playing Backrooms games. I feel like if you don't know us for anything else, you know us because we play like any and every Backrooms game. Even if it's absolute garbage, we play it.
Some of them have been garbage.
Yeah, no, yeah. Some of them have literally been unplayable. So anyways, naturally when I saw that there was going to be a Backrooms movie coming out, I was like, I have to go see it. Like this is it's not even a question. I have to see this. I I was disappointed. Like not even really because I went in and I was like I'm going to give myself really low expectations. Um and so the only reason that I would give this movie a 6.5 is because I went in thinking that this was going to be the most garbage movie to have ever existed. And like spoilers, if you waiting to watch the movie and you don't want spoilers, well, first of all, you should not watch the movie. I'm gonna be so real with you. Anyways, there's only like one monster.
Only
Only
one.
only one monster. Um it's like you get a lot of the you get you get some of the lore of the Backrooms, like surface level lore, but then it like is very like conceptual of being like looking into yourself and very like liminal space. Like if you guys have ever played that liminal space game before, it's very much like almost a think piece on like human psyche almost. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but like I wanted a Backrooms movie. Um Aside from that, honestly, the acting not bad, which is also why I gave it a higher rating. Um, but yeah, no, I would never watch that movie again. It wasn't great. It really wasn't great.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I feel like I have to watch it for the principle of it,
Yeah.
but
I
I don't know.
I think it's great as like a I think it's okay as like a you got to watch it one time to know it and know what it's about. And then after that, you don't ever have to watch the movie again. You know?
It probably would have been better as like a group getting lost in the back rooms and having to find their way out,
Yeah.
and like monsters and like
No, I agree. I agree. And They chose an interesting approach to it. I think that possibly also budget constraints made it not as good as it could have been. Um, yeah, I don't know. Wasn't like a super fan. Not the worst movie I've ever watched. I've seen Eden Log. I've seen oh my god, there's another horror movie that I think is awful. Anyways, still not a great movie though. Would not watch again. But it gets a 6.5 because the acting wasn't horrible and also I'm pretty sure that they didn't use any kind of AI. So,
which is a plus.
yeah, which is sad because that's really sad that we have to rate stuff based on whether or not AI was used. And they could have used AI, but I'm going to assume they didn't. Actually, I'm going to look it up.
I feel like I would have heard about it if they had. I feel like the people who are into backrooms are like very same people who are like hate AI, and we would have found out.
Oh, my computer doesn't want. Okay, yeah, they didn't use any to make it. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, there are a lot of people on Reddit. I don't really want to get into like Reddit subspace because I think that it's it's
It's a
something.
scary place.
Um, it is a very scary place. However, comma, um, a lot of people on Reddit believe that it's kind of speaking on like AI psychosis as they call it. And about kind of how AI um is ruining human interactions a lot. However, I went in, I just wanted to watch a scary movie. I didn't want a think piece, and that's on me. That's just like a personal qualm with it, but again, I know that there are also a lot of people who just were not happy with how the movie came out, considering it came from the same guy that did the YouTube videos in 2022 of like the backrooms found footage. It's the same guy. And so that's why my expectations were not like below the floor because I was like, well, if it's from this guy, like it's got to be good. I don't know. Mm, mm,
Mm,
wasn't a fan. And I think that it is a little bit of a personal problem. I don't think that it was that guy's fault.
yeah, yeah.
I think also maybe I'm just a little biased because we've played so many backrooms games that I was expecting one of the people to end up being like a skin stealer. I was expecting some giant moths and like you
Which would
know,
have made the movie great, but I feel like that's definitely a budget problem.
yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Like I definitely think it's like it was definitely a smaller budget. Um especially from the monsters that you did see. Uh like cinematic wise, like actual like scene wise, I think it was cool. I think the way that they actually visualize like what everybody thinks of when they think of the back rooms, like that part of it, I think they did a fantastic job of that too. So yeah,
Well, at least it wasn't all bad.
yeah. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Like I didn't fall asleep during the movie, and that's a plus. And Daru also stayed awake during the movie, which is huge because if a movie's really that boring, he will fall asleep so quickly.
That's so
I've had
real.
to wake him up in a movie theater before because he started snoring.
Oh no.
Yeah, so can't be that bad when he didn't fall asleep to it. He did fall asleep when we watched one of the oh my god, what are those movies called where it's like the aliens you have to be super quiet? Quiet Place. One of the Quiet Place movies. Yeah. Um but yeah.
Hmm.
Uh I think also the experience was kind of dampered though because it was like very moist in the theater. It was like moist air and
Oh.
also got like hot halfway through the movie and it also kind of smelled like pee in there. I think somebody smelled like pee.
Oh.
Um,
That's just the genuine backrooms experience. Moist and smells like pee.
yeah, and I was like, you know, it kind of adds to it all. It's kind of like, yeah, this is what it's like if you're in there, which, oh god,
Yeah, yeah,
nightmare.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Like nobody even drank any almond water or anything. Like, what are we doing?
For real. Where was the almond water? That's a key part of the backrooms.
Hey, no, oh my god. Okay. So, super spoiler. So there's like one point where they're like sitting down at a table and he has her like tied to the chair or whatever. And then he's like showing the like misremembered like people that have fallen into the back room. So it's like versions of people that are not quite right. And then he's like, and they can't feel anything. And then like stabs the knife into the like disfigured like man's neck. And then he also like pulls out the sewing. He's like, you can eat them too. And I was like, but it's like weird, like squishy foam. It's not like they're actually like human, really, but like they can still move and stuff. I don't know. It's weird. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like it's unlike the back rooms that I have come to know and love.
Yeah, girl, you lost me. I don't what?
Yeah, no, see, it's weird. It's weird. There's not. I also thought there was going to be a wire monster. The monster I saw was not a wire monster. So,
The wire monster is like the first and main monster. Like
yeah,
when you think of the backrooms, you think of the wire monster.
yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
all the other monsters come below that.
Yep. But
Weird.
is what it is.
Weird.
Oh my god. But yeah, I wanted to tell you guys about that. Since we were already talking about my watered down story. Uh, but this is great because just so you guys know, this is as much of a catch up for Grace and I as it is for you guys to get the tea on our lives because we have been super 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 busy. We've had a lot going on in our personal lives. Some funny things, some not so funny things. But I'm gonna let Grace tell you a little bit about what's been going on with her because I also want to hear about it because I'm nosy and I know all of you are nosy, and that's why you listen to the podcast.
Oh god, I don't even know where to start because it feels like it's been ages.
Oh, it has.
Ages.
And it was so painful whenever we'd have to cut talking about it out of the podcast because I was like, I just want to talk about it.
Look, technically we're still not together. Technically.
Okay, for all intents and purposes, you're fucking together. So
Okay. Officially, I mean, unless that message today was not a joke, but I'm
stop.
pretty sure it
I'm
was.
scarred. I don't want to think about it.
What, you don't like the cringe?
You know, usually I embrace the cringe. I just feel like I wasn't a fan. But to be cringe is to be free, and you guys are living your best lives together.
We're so free.
You are so free.
So free. Yeah, yeah, we've been hanging out a lot one-on-one. Not this last, like, week, though, because he's been with his parents, I get it. I'm understanding and shit. Um, but me, him, and Jingles played Gamble with friends together. And
Hmm.
it was like one of the first like hangouts with other people together. And we did not discuss like how out there we were gonna be. So so I was um thrown off by the does not give a fuck who is there. And it's
That's
fine. It's
no,
fine.
honestly, I think that's kind of iconic though, because like get you a man that like literally doesn't care. Like, but
Literally. I mean,
respectfully
it's
doesn't care, you know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's better than a man that wants no one to know. Like you're a little
Yeah.
secret. That would make me
If he
insecure.
wants no one to know, it's a red flag.
Agreed. Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
And
I
that's
asked him before we started recording what I could say, and he said anything goes, really.
except for his full
Which
government name.
except for his full government name and like address and like anything that'll dox him. And I went,
So
when have we
divorce,
ever done that?
okay.
Divorce, okay.
I
That
told you I
was
could talk about it.
Yeah, well, that was a curveball. That was a curveball when we started talking, and then all of a sudden, like, he wanted to vor me, and he wanted me to vor him, and I went, "What?"
Uh, pardonnez-moi.
And he played it off as a joke for a really long time, and then at some point, I have started playing along. I wanna give him what he wants, I suppose. I can't actually eat him, so I might as well make jokes about dipping him in sauce instead. You know?
So anyway,
You're the one who brought up the vor. What do you mean, anyways? I know no
I'm
peace.
not the one that wants to do it. I just wanted to bring it up to talk about it. I felt like it was important to talk
Was it an important
about.
piece to this conversation?
I don't know. It felt right, you know. It
Uh-huh.
sat
Mhm.
right with my soul for us to talk about.
Yeah.
Um yeah, no, anyways, oh my god, it was kind of funny though because so I have been really super super busy with work. My work schedule now is like 7 days on of almost 12-hour shifts and then I get 7 days off. So Grace and I don't get to hang out as much anymore anyway. But her and her new man have been spending a lot of time together. Um and then I was like we it just kept not lining up for us to be able to hang out with each other. And like I was getting so in my feelings. Um may or may not have been, like ovulation period, whatever. um, but as it always is.
Real.
But I messaged her and I basically was like, "Do you hate me?" That's the short and sweet of it, but it was like a really long message, but basically being like, "Hey, like I'm not trying to be like pity party. I just want I want to know what the vibes are right now, how we're doing, how we're feeling, and everything." That's basically how it went.
Yeah, I
Um
remember that message because I was getting touched in Valorant. We were losing. And I get that message and I go, "Uh, uh, uh, protect me while I reply really quick."
oh my god, you could have waited. You could have waited.
No. I think it was a comp game too, and we were losing. It was
Oh
bad.
god. Yeah, well, because like here's the thing too is like I learned from my therapist when I start getting into those headspaces where I'm like, "Oh my god, like literally everybody wants me dead." Um I kind of have to stop when I have OCD, guys. I don't know if you know this, if you know anything about me. I have rumination OCD. Um but basically I just have to confront the situation and be like, "Hey, listen, how do you feel about me right now? Like can I like judge the vibes real quick? Can I see how the vibes are going?" Um, but yeah, because like Grace has her own stuff going on. I have my own stuff going on. It wasn't lining up for us to hang out, and that's all it was. Um, I'm just mentally ill.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
get it. I get it.
like
You also are really bad at responding to messages.
I am, and I feel so bad about it because here's the thing that happens, guys, is that I will see somebody has messaged me. I will read it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna respond to this. And then I immediately get distracted by something, and then I'll think I've responded to it. And then 3 days later, I'm getting a message being like, "Hey." I'm like, "Oh shit, I never responded to that other message." So
Yeah,
I'm thinking that I'm getting
mhm.
left undelivered, and it's really the other way around. I'm just
Yeah.
really mad about it.
I messaged her
Mm.
yesterday at hold on, let me pull up the timestamps. 1:30 PM in the afternoon for me. She replied at 2, and I was like, "Hell yeah." And so I responded at 2:08, 8 minutes later, and I said, "What time do you wanna do the podcast?" I don't get a response for hours, so at 8 PM, I say, "Maybe another day." So now we're recording today instead of yesterday.
See, I got distracted because I had to take my mom out to eat. I had promised her to take her out to eat. So we went out to eat. We were there for hours because service was a little bit slow because there were a lot of people and not enough workers. And then we went to go see a movie again, Backrooms Movie. I didn't expect us to be gone until midnight. I mean, not be out of the movie until midnight. So,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
so I actually got a post on my feed the other day that was like, "Hey, this app, like, mimics, like, bird carriers, and, like, you can have your birds deliver your messages to your friends," and I was like, "I don't need an app for this." I practically have a bird delivering my messages. It takes so long to get a response.
And what's so funny is I feel like don't ever like text me normally. Do not text my number because you're never getting a response. And I don't know why. I just do not check my text ever.
I know.
And it's funny
Let's
because
see.
if you message me on Twitter or you message me on Instagram or you message me, not TikTok, but Twitter or Instagram, I check those regularly. For what? I have no idea. But if you message me on Discord, sometimes I'm going like 5 hours without checking Discord. Um,
Yeah, if I scroll up high enough in our text messages, there is a point where I message you and I say, "Are you okay?" And you don't respond for 8 days. 8 days. If I hadn't seen you getting online on the actual computer, I would think that you were dead.
I'm
"Are
really bad at
you
responsive
okay?"
texts.
8 days later. "Yeah, bro. What's up?"
She would have been sending for a welfare check, dude. Oh my god. I'm so bad at responding to people. And especially during my on weeks now, I'm basically dead to the universe until my day off, my next day off. Then I'm responding to everybody. I'm actually like alive and well again.
Yeah,
Um
and it's why I can't ever message you to play games because I do it so last minute and you don't respond.
No, no, listen, just message me because if there is a space still available by the time that I see it and you're still playing, then
The slim chance that it happens and I don't get a response in 2 to 3 business days.
yeah. Yeah.
It's so funny, we're like such opposites because if I see a message, I'm responding in 2 seconds.
I don't know. I just get so distracted. I don't know why. Like it
Maybe
baffles
you
me.
should be medicated.
Oh, definitely. I think that I have undiagnosed ADHD that I need to be taking something for. Unfortunately, I'm a woman. So, yeah, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that I should probably talk about some of the sweeter stuff with me
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
and him because
Please, I want to
if
hear
he
about
listens to this episode, I don't want just yeah, he's into more guys. I don't want that to be the the main topic, even though that's what you brought up, not me. But I
it.
don't know what to say.
You can't say I want to bring up the sweet stuff and say I have nothing to say. That's almost worse
Well,
than not saying
no,
anything at all.
it's not that I have nothing to say. It's that I'm so shy about the stuff that's there. Why are you laughing like that?
What?
You went, what does that mean? What do the eyebrow raises mean?
No, sorry. I just know that both of you are freaks. I'm sorry. That's my bad. You said the
And I'm
sweet stuff,
trying
not the freaky stuff. I'm sorry.
I'm trying so hard to keep the freaky stuff out, okay?
I'm sorry. Like,
It's
I
like a
can't help
good chunk of it, but
it.
I fully was not prepared for how freaky he was, to be honest. Everyone's like, "You didn't see it?" No, I was blinded by my crush. And now that I'm in it, I see it. I see it.
I've known that man was a freak from the beginning. I thought that you were just into it.
I guess I was, considering I like it.
Oh my
Considering I'm
god.
with him now, yeah, I guess.
Wait, okay, this is a question that I've wanted to ask because I am actually genuinely curious. How are you navigating being somebody that has very adamantly been asexual, being in a relationship with somebody that I know is very sexual? Not in a bad way. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. I'm just saying, like, I have been very curious.
Well, to be honest with you, when I say I'm asexual, I'm more demisexual than anything.
Mhm.
But when you say
Same.
demisexual, people think they have a shot. And I don't
Yeah,
want people thinking they have a shot because
which
very
is
few
valid.
people have that shot.
Yeah. It's
But
like you have to, like, really have a connection to somebody to be like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah."
yeah,
Like,
so I'm
let's
navigating it great because I have a great connection with him.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that
So
makes
it
sense.
hasn't been a problem. Like he makes me feel very comfortable. So
Mhm.
I don't feel awkward about it.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of talked about before that like we're both demi and it's just like obviously like sexuality in general is just like a spectrum, especially when it comes to like your comfort level of being like sexual with other people. But cuz like I joke around all the time and I know that people probably think that I'm more sexual than I actually am because I make jokes all the time. But like if I don't know you like that, don't try to get freaky with me.
Real, real.
Oh my god,
And
speaking of which, sorry.
no, no, go ahead. What
Like,
was that?
should we talk about those messages that I got on TikTok? Okay, guys. So everybody knows at this point, I think we've talked about this already on a couple episodes this year, um, that I've gotten back into reading and subsequently have ended back up on mass talk and like biker talk and like dark romance TikTok. Not super into dark romance. I did read my first like considered official dark romance. I read Lights Out. I finished it in like 3 days. But anyways, so because your For You page listens to literally everything you say and do, I've ended back up on Mass Talk. And for me, I'm super, super, super extroverted when it comes to making friends. So I was like, oh, like it'll be really cool. Like there's people that like I've followed on this part of TikTok that have followed me back almost immediately. I guess should have probably been a red flag. Um, but I was like, oh, like I can maybe like be friends with these people. And the reason that I even follow these people anyways, or like flag the videos, bookmark the videos, is because I'm showing them to Daru later and being like,
Do this.
hey,
Be like
right.
this.
Literally, like, hey, this might seem crazy, but like I like that. I like the crazy. Like, give it to me. Um, However, unfortunately, the men of Mass Talk have taken that to be an open invitation to come into my DMs. And so, like, there was one person and I was like, I don't am I being like that really annoying person where I don't realize that someone's flirting with me? Or am I just traumatized by men on the internet because we've had so many bad interactions with men on the internet, especially as content creators? But like I sent a screenshot of the conversation I was having with one person to Grace and our other friend. Um and they were like, maybe like English isn't their first language. I was like, yeah, conversation's like a little bit weird, but not too bad. That one was fine, I guess. I kind of think that they might have been flirting with me though. And they did eventually stop messaging me, and I was like, A-okay with that because the conversation was a little weird. However, there have been other people messaging me, some of them much more forward. Um, and also it's not a secret, guys, from my social media that I'm in a relationship. Like I don't ever hide that I'm in a relationship. Very open about that. Very much in love with my man. But like there have been other men from Mass Talk that have like messaged me from the get go, just being kind of weird. But there was this one person in particular who like messaged me and he was like, hey, or whatever. And I like said hi back. I love talking to people again. And we were like talking back and forth for a second. And then it was more like how are you doing? Blah 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 blah. And then he goes, what are your kinks?
Gross.
No, like, hey, are you in a relationship or like are you single? So like I'm figuring either he doesn't care or he just was so horny that it didn't matter to him.
Yeah, I hate the kind of men that are like, you know, you can still score if there's a goalie vibes.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Because then like again, going back to that whole demisexual thing, I know that you're not in this because you want to build some kind of like relationship with somebody, like actual connection. You're doing it because you want to have sex with somebody. Which weird that you're going to TikTok for that. You don't know what somebody might be carrying. You don't know what they're like. They could be a serial mass murderer for all you know. They could be luring you to your death. Like just because you're a man doesn't mean you're safe.
No, that is so true.
Yeah,
So
but
true.
it's just like it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. And I realized very, very quickly, I was like, just can't be friends with I'm too used to having like decent male friends. And I'm like, I'm spotting the red flags from a mile away and I'm dipping. Just can't be friends with any masked men on TikTok apparently.
Apparently not.
And I was thinking hindsight, I'm like, yeah, no, maybe I kind of set myself up for that one, I guess, cuz
Mask talk is how am I gonna put this without being weird?
horny. It's
Like
horny
it's
and
like a
desperate.
zoo.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch, don't
Don't
participate.
interact. Yeah.
Stay
Because you
beyond
know
the
it's gonna be
cage.
fine. Yeah. And
Yeah.
but the thing is though, it would be just it literally started from me just liking accounts and being like, "Oh, I'm gonna save this account because they have videos that Imma show my man later so we can recreate in the bedroom." Um, Unfortunately, the masked men of TikTok are like, "This woman wants me."
Yeah.
Yeah, but some of them are nice. Very few of them, but some of them are nice. But, like, I'm traumatized now. I'm uncomfortable because what do you mean we had a very short conversation and then you're asking me what my kinks are? Like my kink is you leaving me alone because you're being fucking weird.
I'm so into you leaving me the fuck alone.
Like super super into it. But yeah, no. It's a thing. And then of course after all this happens, I'm now getting TikToks of people like exposing mass talk creators for being fucking freaks and also hey, messaging underage women, also known as children.
Mm.
Children, let's call them what they are, children.
Children, yeah.
um, but anyways, yeah, no. Very short-lived experience. 10 out of 10 don't recommend.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm recently I've been really disgusted with anyone flirting with me. That's a man that I don't know. That's not my man.
Yeah.
It's been like I've always been like ew, but now I just feel like
But now you have like
super
even more
disgusted.
of a reason, yeah, because you're like, I'm taken, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, I was at the gas station the other day and a guy was following me around, looking me up and down and licking his lips.
Yeah, fucking weird, by the way. Just really fucking weird.
It was really gross. I went and got gas somewhere else. I was like, "Nah, I don't care.
Because
That's
like
not I'm
you're
not
not
gonna
trying to
risk
be
that."
murdered, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Going out in public in this city is an
Mm,
experience every time.
I hate that for you.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. Eventually I won't be in this city anymore and it'll be fine.
Yeah. Are you moving somewhere else? Moving a little further north? Is that what's
Not anytime soon, but like hopefully ho- hopefully
anyway.
fingers crossed.
But no, yeah, it's what a wild, wacky experience it is being an adult and being a woman.
Yeah.
What I can say about that. Oh my god, speaking of which, we're gonna have to probably blurt out this name. But
You
have
could
I
just you could just make it another name and DM me the real name.
um I don't know if we talked about this. I don't remember what we've talked about since the last time that we does
We haven't
that name
talked
ring any
about
bells?
that.
We have not talked about this.
No.
That content creator. So there was a content creator messaged me really weird things talking about wanting to glaze me like a cream or like a Krispy Kreme donut, things like that. Yeah, that's you don't remember when I sent you those messages? Like I sent you the screenshots and I was like, he has got me so fucked up right now. But like would send like
I think I
really
do. I think I
yeah.
do.
Because like every time he would send me something sexual, I would like try to play it off and be like, ah, yeah, funny. And then I would like send you the screenshot and be like, what the fuck? Found out recently that he like was canceled so hard off of the internet that he doesn't exist anymore on the internet, for literally doing the same thing to a multitude of other smaller female creators. And then doing the same thing to them that he also did to me, where he would like gaslight them and like basically kind of be like, "Hey, if you tell anybody, I'm gonna ruin your career." as a content creator. Except for he's dumb and literally typed it out. So like there was evidence that he did that. So like yeah, he got canceled so hard that he's no longer on the internet. Um
That's
but
crazy.
it's so nice to see the karmic justice out of all of the men that have done weird stuff to both of us on the internet. Seeing at least one person get the absolute bullshit handed back to them that they have given to other people makes me so happy. So so happy.
I do wish it could have been some other people that we know, but,
Me too. There's still time for that.
we have specific people in our minds. One of them was before I even met you, I think.
Yeah, if it's the person I'm thinking of, the one that you've told me a lot about. Yeah. I
Yeah,
feel like at some point he has to get his karmic justice at some point.
I hope so. And I hope he's not doing it to someone else.
Yeah,
But
oh god, hope
looking
not.
at
But
patterns,
yeah, I was about to say if the patterns show anything, yikes.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yikes is
no,
right.
I love when men get absolutely handed their asses for doing really shitty things that they think they're going to get away with, and then they don't get away with it.
Yeah, it's really nice to see every single time.
Especially when I'm not the one that has to drop the other shoe. Like if I can just sit there and watch it happen, beautiful. I'm gonna get some popcorn. I'm gonna put on my sunglasses. We're gonna set up some really comfy chairs and watch it front row.
Absolutely.
There's nothing that I love more than the dumpster fire of men perishing in their own bullshit.
Absolutely. It's the best.
It is. It is the absolute best. But yeah, other than that, what else do we have that we need to update them on? I mean, you have your medical stuff. I don't know if anything worth saying has happened.
Not
You're
really. I'm
just
on like 100 million medications and just waiting for it to eventually be fine.
yeah. I mean, you did get that blood work done, or like the you got the stuff done that you had to send off for and get the lab results for, and
Which
it was
told me
all
that
bad.
I have to be gluten free. So
Yeah,
some other stuff, but there was that.
yeah. Some not so great things. So yeah, if you guys just want to send Grace like your best vibes that you possibly can because her stomach is fucked. Respectfully,
Everything is fucked.
her stomach is fucked. Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta let the jingler in.
Let the jingler in. We might get a jingles uh showing, a jingles cameo in our stuff right now.
Say hi to Jingles. Hey.
Hi, jingle jingle. Oh, so we also need to talk about that person that is at my job.
Person. Oh, the weird person that's at your job. The
The person
yes.
that does not need to be at my job. So
Yes.
basically, I've already told HR about this because I don't like being a snitch, but like there's certain things I don't play with. So anyways, um we are a hospital that accepts in students that are finishing their different programs, pharmacy and pharmacy tech being one of them. There's this girl that just came in a couple of weeks, well, like a few weeks ago, um who was trying to do her clinical hours so that she can officially become a pharmacy technician. um and I need a second. I'm gonna try to not get angry thinking about this girl.
I
She
believe in
pisses
you.
me off so bad. Um, so first thing, she always shows up late. Like she never shows up on time, which like whatever, you're not even getting paid. But like she just sits there a lot of the time. She'll just as soon as she gets there, she sits right down on a chair right in the way. And we do have a big pharmacy, but not big enough for you to sit in the way constantly. Um, but then, like, she'll ask if there's anything she can do. And usually, the things that we need to do if we're not having to fill prescriptions for people for their rooms is that we're having to put away returns from people that have been discharged that didn't end up taking those meds. We always end up with a ton of returns, and usually that's what we have to do. And I'll tell her that she could do that. I'll be doing something else if I'm not doing returns. And every single time it's, "Hmm, I don't want to do that." And then she'll ask to do the thing I'm doing that she cannot do because I'm already doing it. And then she like wants to take over so I can go do the returns. And I'm like, girl, no, no, no,
It's
no, no,
so
no.
annoying.
Um, but aside from that, like the thing that really it grinds me so badly, like I don't care if you smoke crack in your spare time. I don't care if you sorry, but like it's true. I don't care if you're home and you are like the craziest like drug addict ever, whatever. Like not great for you, whatever. But do not come to work high. Especially when you work in the medical field. There's some jobs where I'm like, you know what? I don't care if you're high. If I'm going to McDonald's and the person serving me my food is high, whatever. Whatever. If you work in any kind of thing in the medical field, do not go to work high. What is wrong with you? This girl will come in and she'll be covered in like such strong perfume because she's trying to hide the smell of her having just smoked probably like the fattest bowl.
That's so
Um
gross. So gross.
Yeah, but like it's well, one, she's high while working at the hospital, and then two, she's covered in so much perfume that I it burns my lungs, and I know that when we're going up to those floors because she has to follow one of us when we go on our medicine deliveries, that she is disturbing the patients and the nurses and the doctors that are on those floors.
I just want somebody to complain. I want a patient to complain so that she gets fucked.
Literally. Um, but also like I say this over and over and over again, and I literally beat a dead horse saying this, but it's so true. She has no tact and she has no decorum when it comes to working in a hospital, in a medical setting. She has no bedside manner. And while we don't directly interact with patients, like there's still some amount of like respect and just basic decency of working in a hospital you have to have. One of the very first time she went on a delivery with me, we got to one of the floors that's like it's one of the intensive care units, and it smelled really bad. I'm pretty sure that somebody on that floor had C diff. C diff smells horrendous. Not gonna lie to you, I know it smells horrendous. But as a medical professional, you should not be commenting on smells. We get up to that floor, we get onto the actual floor. She goes, "Oh, it stank. It smells like shit in here." Loud. 9 p.m. There's people sleeping. It's quiet as shit on that floor, and she's loud saying that. And I look at her, I give her a look, and she's like, "What?" I'm like, "We have to be kind of quiet, and especially just a little respectful because, there are people here. They got stuff going on. We don't know what's going on." She's like, "Yeah, but it smells so bad." And I'm like, "Oh God." That same day, we're getting onto an elevator to go to another floor. A nurse tech gets in. She's talking to the nurse tech, and then she's asking her where she works. And she's like, "I work in the surgical ICU. It's where people go before or after surgery, especially if they have like complications and stuff." And she goes, "Oh, a lot of people die there." To the nurse tech. And
She
then the
should
nurse
not be a medical professional. This
That's
is
what I'm saying.
terrible.
That's what I'm saying. And like the nurse tech just looks at her like in disbelief and she's like, yeah." And then she's like, "Yeah, I couldn't do that. I can't see people die." Ugh. Oh, it makes me so bad. But then the last night that I was doing deliveries, she had gone with me. And where I was delivering was I have to go to two ICU floors with the delivery route that I was doing. And we got to the critical care unit, which is like the worst of the worst for like ICU stuff. That's where like people are in like really bad need of like constant medical care and have things really going wrong. So you're going to see things. Um, we're putting away medications for the patient rooms. She sees a guy that is on a ventilator. He's like trached on a ventilator. And she points and goes, "Oh my god."
How does she still have that position?
I don't know. I don't
It's a
know.
miracle, it's a
I
miracle.
literally don't know, and I was so baffled when she did that, that I just stared at her, like, with my mouth open, because 'cause I'm like, "This did not just happen." She did not just point at a patient's room and go, "Oh my god." Girl, you work at a hospital, you're gonna see things like that all the time. I saw a gunshot victim in the ER the other day. I didn't go, "Oh my god." Like, anyways, sorry.
It's so
Getting off track.
bad.
Yeah. Not the end of it. So we're walking in the long hallway that it's not like one that patients can get to. It's employee only hallway. And it's a really super long hallway to get from one section of the hospital to the other. And while we're on that hallway, I'm like trying to tell her, I'm like, hey, like when you're like when especially when we're in the kind of ICU areas, you see people that are in their rooms, especially if they're awake or they have like family members there. It doesn't matter if the curtain's open, if the door's open. Just try to not stare, look inside because usually it's already a really emotional situation. She's like, well, they leave the damn door open. How am I not supposed to look? And so I try to be really professional about it. I go, well, there's a lot of different reasons that they keep the doors open. They could be a fall risk, they could have some kind of other risk where a nurse needs to have a visualization of them at all times. I was like, and sometimes they just don't want to have the curtains closed because it feels like they're trapped in this little box of a room, especially if they're going to be here for a while. And then she kind of just like sucked her teeth and then just like went back to typing on her phone, which, oh my God, by the way, she loves to do this. As soon as we start going on our delivery, calls her boyfriend, talks loudly on the phone with her boyfriend too. Oh my God. I wish that they would just end her stuff. I don't want her to be there anymore. She still has another like couple of months of being there and I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it.
Have you complained?
Yes, I've already contacted HR and I've already contacted my manager. So maybe they've done something and I just don't know yet. But
Hopefully something comes of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, it would be good to know and to not have to deal with it anymore.
Just another form of karma I'd love to see happen.
Yeah, and it couldn't happen to a more deserving person. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I just, it irks me so badly because why would you work in the medical field if you don't know how to act working in the medical field?
Yeah. Was she just,
Like,
like, hoping for, like, high pay and, like, not having to
I feel like she is
be a
because
professional?
oh my God, she also like, I think so. And she would like, she was kind of like bugging me out a little bit, asking like if they drug test. And she like will follow us into the narc room and like watch us super closely. I'm like, girl, what are you doing in here? Like, you're not even supposed to be in the narcotics room. You do not have the clearance to be in this narcotic room. Get the fuck out.
Maybe she's looking for a way to get
That's what my other
some
coworker
stuff.
said. And my other coworker was like, yeah, she was on a delivery with me and was like, sorry, I keep forgetting I'm supposed to be doing things. And then she's like, I told her that she was fine because I don't want her to do something wrong and then I get in trouble for it
Real.
because she doesn't pay attention. And she doesn't like, she doesn't have any attention to detail either.
Yeah. Which is important in that job.
Yeah. Because we're not pharmacists, but we work directly with the drugs and we're packing them. And if you put the wrong dosage or the wrong drug in something and a nurse doesn't catch it, you can inadvertently fucking kill somebody or seriously injure them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, hoping that something comes of that. It's a fucking shit show.
Sounds like it. I've only
And
heard a little bit. I haven't heard all of the stuff that's been happening.
yeah, yeah, just had to put that all out there because I messaged our group chat and we have like a little venting section of our friend server. And I, while I was on one of my shifts, was like typing furiously.
She took
Probably the worst photo for that's ever existed.
I fucking hate you. She took I'll send it to you. She took, I think, maybe the worst photo.
It's okay. It's okay. He loves you.
She takes this photo of me and sends it in a group chat with Jason.
I look busted too.
I look so busted.
No, Jingles looks fine. Why did she do you like that?
I want you to know that you are so beautiful to me that I didn't even think about it. I'm being genuine. Look like a thumb.
A thumb is crazy. No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. That's a fucked angle, but like that it's not that bad.
He didn't say anything about you looking ugly. I would hope not. I would hope he would just never look at the goddamn picture again. I have controlled so carefully the angles he sees. He proved it.
That is the craziest.
I want you to know that you're not saving some of your high school photos, so it could be worse. From you? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you have anything bad enough for that. Show me what the fuck you sent him right now. Let me see. Guys, my carefully curated image is shattered. It's gone. I get it. I want to say you're so beautiful to me. I didn't even think about it. Don't even fucking lie to me. I'm not lying. I could be the most beautiful person in the world to me, and I would look at that photo and go, oof. Okay, he's seeing them now. It's not like you're gonna sleep in makeup every night. I don't wear makeup at all. Exactly. All right, guys. This is the last Boba Break episode ever. I'm graduating from Twitch. I just am not going to exist anymore. Yeah.
Oh my god, are we gonna become flesh tubers together? Oh, by the way, guys, I've been considering just not being a VTuber anymore. I've been considering just going back to doing flesh cams. I don't know, that sounds really weird. I I'm gonna be an IRL streamer again, but like from the comfort of my own home. Flesh streamer sounds a little weird.
Yeah, I feel like only other VTubers call like face cam streamers flesh tubers.
Yeah. Which is how people were always gonna know that I was once a VTuber. Which, by the way, have you heard that thing of people talking about like if you ever go to like meet up with other VTubers for like con stuff, don't ever accept invitations to go party at a hotel because it's literally just orgies.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of streamers that have whatever the like latest thing was, they were like, yeah, by the way, guys, if other VTubers invite you to big like VTuber after parties, it's literally just orgies, and I encourage you to not go unless that's what you want. And they're also not regulated, so you might end up with something.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else we want to talk about?
I don't think so. I think we really hit it all. You didn't really respond to me talking about the VTuber orgies, but I just had to let you guys know that I found out that was a thing.
To be honest, I was really distracted and all I heard was orgies.
Okay. Well, just so you know, whenever people go to cons and VTubers meet up and then they invite you to after parties at hotels, it's just giant orgies.
Good to know. I will not be going to any after parties at
Me
VTuber
either.
conventions.
Me either. How do we end these things? How
I
long have we been
don't
doing
remember.
this? Like 2 years? We don't know how we end it.
Hold on. Anyways, that is all for this episode. If you guys want to follow us on our socials, we have a Twitter, which is at boba underscore break. And then Blue Sky, which is boba break podcast.bsky.social. We have a YouTube where we also post we have YouTube and Spotify, so wherever you're listening to this, we have the other. We have an Instagram.
It is boba underscore break underscore podcast.
Beautiful. And then we do have an email. It is podcast.boba.break@gmail.com. Perfect. Yes.
It's true. It's true.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Oh no, I feel like this has been a good catch up. I'm so glad that we could, get whoever else on the internet listens to our podcast in on all of our drama. If you guys have ever been sent weird ass messages on TikTok by men, let us know.
Tell us your stories of weird men on the internet so we can share them with the
Yeah,
world.
please, please. I love hearing how men are garbage and garbage trash, trash garbage, dumpster fire garbage trash.
Absolutely.
Yep. Anyways, until next time, have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.